channel. My name is Darabasi Edet. In this tutorial video today, we are going to simplify this problem on the board, where we are asked to simplify in brackets 1/8 all raised to the power of 2 all over 3 times 8 raised to the power of 4 all over 3 times 27 raised to the power of 1 all over 3, and of course times 30 raised to the power of 0. So now, this is a typical example of an indices. You could call it an indicial problem or an exponential problem. So anytime you're asked to simplify a particular problem, remember, it simply means that you should reduce the problem to the lowest thing. So now that you know what simplification entails, let's dive in mathematically. Now, when you come across problems like this, the first step you need to apply, remember, according to the law of indices, is called the powers law. So when we apply that, it's simply because, remember, in indices, 1/8 can also be written as, from the negative index law, as 8 raised to the power of -1 all raised to the power of 2 all over 3 times. Now, in indices, 8 can also be written in an index form as 2 raised to the power of 3 all raised to the power of 4 all over 3 times, and 27 can also be written in an index form as 3 all raised to the power of 3 here, and all raised to the power of 1 over 3 times. Remember, from the zeroth law of indices, that any number raised to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So now 30 raised to the power of 0 is 1. So now, according to the powers law of indices, which is one of the laws of indices, now 8 raised to the power of -1 can also be written as 8 raised to the power of -2 all over 3 times, when you open up the bracket, according to the powers law, it becomes 2 raised to the power of 3 times 4 all over 3. And the same thing is applicable here, which will give us 3 raised to the power of 3 times 1 all over 3, and of course times 1. So now, 8 in an index form can also be written as 2 raised to the power of 3, and of course times -2 all over 3 times. Now, we have 2 raised to the power of 3 times 4 will give us 12, and 12 divided by 3 will give us 4, and here becomes 2 raised to the power of 4 times, we have 3 raised to the power of 3 times 1 will give us 3, and 3 divided by 3 will give us 1, and now it will become 3 raised to the power of 1, and 3 raised to the power of 1 is 3, and here will become times 1. So now the same thing is applicable here. When we apply the same techniques here, it becomes 2, where we have 3 times 2, which 3 times -2 rather, all over 3 here will give us -2 times, we have 2 raised to the power of 4 times, we have 3 times 1 will give us 3. So now, looking at this, where we have 2 raised to the power of -2 times 2 raised to the power of 4, we could apply the first law of indices, which is the multiplication law, and which simply states that when the bases are the same and they are multiplying, you add the powers. So when we do that, it becomes 2 raised to the power of -2 plus 4 times 3, and also becomes 2 raised to the power of, where we have -2 plus 4 will give us 2 times 3, and remember, 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4 times, we have 3, And don't forget that 4 times 3 will give us 12. So the answer to this problem is 12. Thank you so much for watching.